highlights. We are back at Watson Park this afternoon. There's only 2 games taking place in the Southern League. We are here for Ware versus Cirencester Town. As you can see, Ware boys there, just warming up. And down the other end, as normal, we've got Cirencester Town. So do remember, we are on social media. You can find us on Twitter, or X, and Instagram, which is 90 Minutes EHR. Also on Facebook, which is 90 Minutes Live. And on TikTok as well, which is 90 Minutes Live 7. So, as always, before we start the match highlights, we'll take a look at how the 2 teams are lining up.
Good afternoon and welcome to 90 Minutes Live, which this afternoon finds us at Watson Park, home of Ware FC. And on a day when the deluge is finally lifted, we've got sunshine here, but there are only 2 games taking place in Southern League Division 1 Central. Those 2 games are separated by about 4.5 miles, because down the road at the Smile IT, Hertford Town are playing Welling Garden City. They're the only games that have survived the weather, so hope you enjoy your football with us. It's 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. Well, a full live commentary of Ware against Cirencester Town from myself, Peter Hill, and to my right outside, who's taken a brilliant picture of a rainbow earlier, Simon Alamandi. Hardly a cloud in the sky at Watson Park. Cirencester are going to get us underway in yellow shirts and black shorts, kicking from right to left, Where in their familiar blue and white striped shirts with blue shorts. Early action for David Sota. Miles plays the ball back to Jordan Morris. Dennis plays it forward in midfield for Will Pooley, the young 17-year-old. It'll break inside that Ware area round Jack Grosvenor, and it was Echo Coker that got them out of trouble in the end by thumping it out on that far side. And, it's been very much a team that hasn't really forced a change, but they only used 23 players all season of Cirencester. So, as the ball finds its way out on this near side for Jordan Morris, but his cross hits it all wrong straight at Fred Burbage inside the 6-yard box. Wolsey having a little bit of a yell. I don't think he was happy with the amount of space that Jordan Morris was given. But Ware have got themselves a free kick midway inside the Cirencester half on that far side of the field. George Ironton takes control. Jack Grosvenor's making a late run towards the edge of the area. Nobody really in the way as far as Cirencester are concerned. They're all lining up on the edge of the area, as is their wont. It's chipped in by George Ironton. It's a good one as well, as Echo Coker comes in on the near side, but couldn't pull it back. And in the end, it goes into the side netting. But John Brough, the Cirencester manager, not impressed with that at all. Real shout from the boss, but a good kick on that far side, and the shot comes in and is well saved by Freddie Burbage. Luca Robinson hits it. It was route 1 all the way from Stuart Nelson all the way to Luca Robinson, and Freddie Burbage had to be alert there. Corner number 2 for Cirencester from that far side. High again, header comes in from Jay Lee. It's off the line by David Sota. Ware at the moment, surviving a little bit. David Sota to the rescue. Always put your fullbacks on the line, and he did the job there. Arian Furlong has his familiar better run-up than he got last week at Stotfold. Let's hope his throw might be a little more effective. Throw comes in, headed on by Jack Dreyer against the crossbar from John Clements. Ware come closest to rattle the crossbar. Nelson wasn't near it. It was a good move. Jack Dreyer put it on. Clements headed it, and it rattled the Cirencester crossbar. Well, they're down in 13th. They're 8 points behind the 2 we're watching this afternoon, but they've got 4 games in hand on both of them. So they're 13th, but don't mark them out of the playoffs. As Ware coming forward, Richard Enning, possibilities here. Left-hand side of the box, Richard Enning turns inside, finds the shot, and does nothing but danger the fence behind the goal. He'll be disappointed with that. John Clements and Theo Ofori were up with him as well. Miles waits patiently for our referee, Mr. Butler, to sound the whistle. He does. Free kick comes in, and the header comes in against the crossbar from Charlie Johnson. So both teams have rattled the woodwork, and Ware can come forward here with Theo Ofori, but a chance is snaffled out in the end, and Dan Hill will turn it back to his goalkeeper, Stuart Nelson, and another good chance, this time in the Ware penalty area. Cirencester was saying, had the better of things here last season, had the better of things down in Gloucestershire as well, where they beat Ware 3-0. Teams haven't met often, as Jake Lee's long ball loops in the air and comes towards the Ware dugout. Echo Coker's there first, and then gives it away to Jordan Morris. Morris is ball down the line, as John Dennis on side. Ware could be in trouble there. Puts the ball across the box. Good header from David Sota as Luca Robinson was coming in. And the ball goes out for a corner. And, well, we've seen problems with both teams which have come from their ball situations. So it's going to be Felix Miles again, provider this time from that far side. Jake Lee and Charlie Johnson have come up from the back once again, and on the near post that is good defending by David Sota. In fact, it was Echo Coker gets the ball away, ricochets to John Dennis, who then thumps the ball off the back of Jack Grosvenor and goes behind for a corner, somewhat fortuitously. It's got to be said for the Centurions. And meanwhile, there's Ware player down, and once you to know, it's Darian Furlong. Corner's going to come in on this near side again. Well, we're going to have to watch out. Cirencester have been dangerous from these situations. Ball goes to the far post. Alex Warman deals with it, and in the end, it's hooked off the line somehow by David Sota. My word, how on earth did that not go in? Oh, I've got to say, actually, I did Darian Furlong a disservice, because it was he who cleared it off the line. It was Darian who was getting the treatment. Wow, what a brilliant bit of defending. And Darian Furlong will rejoin us. Long kick forward by Fred Burbage is a good one. Looks for George Ironton. George controls it, edge of the area, and here's Theo Ofori taking it up. Charlie Johnson is the defender in front of him. Theo goes round Charlie Johnson. He's then pulled back. There's a linesman's flag up. Theo still going. Ball is pulled across. Stuart Nelson goes across and just paws it behind. Referee signals he would have given a free kick. Wasn't going in, but Stuart Nelson had to be certain.
A couple off the line, they've hit the woodwork as well, and that is something
Well, that's what they will be doing as we get to half-time here at Watson Park. The score Ware 0, Cirencester Town 0 in Southern League Division 1 Central. Both teams had their chances. Fair to say the visitors had the more direct. David Sota and Darian Furlong somehow hooking the ball off the goal line. Charlie Johnson hitting the crossbar, whereas John Clements' header came off the junction of bar and post at the other end, and Echo Coker thumped one into the side netting. John Clements through the middle. And away we go at the beginning of the second half here at Watson Park as we await for the first goal of the match. The Ware substitutes, by the way, Kieran Bishop, Mitch Hahn, Freddie Mongoa, Joe Dearman, and Matt Walsh. Ware have been a better team in the second half of games this season, as have Cirencester. Both teams have scored the majority of their goals in the second 45 minutes of matches. So let's see. He's been forced into one save, as has Fred Burbage at the other end, but the opportunities really, well, two off the line and one off the crossbar for Cirencester, and one off the junction of crossbar and post for Ware. As Jack Dreyer feeds on the ball and finds Theo Ofori. George Ironton midway inside the Cirencester half. Good footwork by George. Flips it inside for Richard Ennin. Oh, goes all the way across. Well, coming in on the far post was John Clements. And he did seem from here, why didn't he stretch out a leg? But it must have gone past him.
Yeah, about 2 inches.
It's saying Ware have got the best home record. Cirencester have got the second best defence in the league. Could be put to challenge here as Richard Ennin's got it on this near side. Back heel for David Soter to try and get the ball across the line. David Soter's still there, does well, gets it across. Oh! Deflected at the near post by John Clements, and somehow it goes wide of the target. Alex Warman's got another corner on this near side. Comes across, up they go. Jack Rovner deflects it, and it's out by Luca Robinson. Where we'll get it back with Richard Ennin. Edge of the 18-yard box. It's got Alex Warman there as well. Richard gets it back, puts it across the box. Here's Jack Dreyer, thought about the shot. George Ironson does, and there wasn't much in that at all. Stuart Nelson looks like he had it covered, but if that was on target, he would have had a job to do. Up in the air again by George Ironson, looking for Jack Dreyer, and highest one of the afternoon from Luca Robinson, which lands with Eko Goga prodding it forward. John Clements has got it. Good feet take him away from Messenger. Clements again thought about the shot, in fact takes it, but it's blocked. But George Ironson thought about another shot through to Clements. It's all a bit tight. His shot is blocked again. Rebounds, two Ware players go down on the edge of the area and in the area, and the referee points to the penalty spot. Well, I don't know whether it was Jack Dreyer right on the edge or whether it was John Clements, who's probably 5 yards inside the area, but the referee has pointed to the spot. John Clements at the moment, just waiting patiently. Stuart Nelson, of course, an immensely experienced goalkeeper, has faced this numerous times during his career. So here comes John Clements wearing 9. Can he put Ware in front? Yes, he does! Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Ware in front on the hour up Watson Park. That's to John Clements' 4th of the season, scored from the penalty spot.
Yeah, great from Ware. Can't be taken credit there from the penalty as well. And Ware going to lead 1-0 up. As you say, just about an hour behind this game. And all they need to do now is keep their heads calm and keep hold of this lead.
Well, it could be a vital goal because it will move Ware level on points to North Leigh, who are 4th. They'll go above Cirencester to the visitors on this near side of the field. Sunshine's back out. They're only on maybe just over half the pitch now. Defenders that end up to shield their eyes from the sun as Richard Ennin collects the throw-in and then just thumps it towards the halfway line onto the head of Jake Lee, who's given it away to Joe Dearman, but Joe couldn't control it, and Lee gets the ball back. Cirencester skip up, rolls it out left to Charlie Johnson. That's their best chance in the first half. His header with Fred Burbage beating came off the centre of the crossbar. Far side of the field though, getting the ball across the box. They do, it beats everybody, and it's a shot comes in from Felix Miles, who rather snatched at it from just the left side of the penalty spot, and in the end falls over as it goes over the top. Kieran Bishop is about to come on. We are in to time added on for stoppages here at Watson Park, and who's your man of the match?
Today I'm going to give the man of the match to Alex Warman.
Yeah, I think I would absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. It's had a storming game as Ware's number 2. So Alex Warman is our in association with Easy Shelf man of the match. All hands to the pump as far as Ware are concerned. Miles' corner goes to the far post. The header comes in, up in the air, and Fred Burbage collects it with Jack Dreyer there with him on the line as well. I think it was Charlie Johnson who headed it in again. At that time there was no problem for the Ware keeper.
I do think it might be a little bit more to be trying to waste a little bit of time.
Never. Well, it doesn't matter about wasting time. Big cheer at Watson Park because that is a big 3 points for Ware. They've beaten Cirencester Town here by a goal to 0. John Clements' penalty on the hour after Jack Dreyer was fouled. He said goalkeeper Stuart Nelson the wrong way. And that was enough to bag the 3 points here, make it 1 defeat in 7 for Ware. And in 5 now, they've not conceded again. It's another clean sheet for Bohls' side. 2 in a row here at Watson Park and 3 in their last 4 games. Well, for years gone by, it's been attacking prowess which has fired Ware into the playoffs. Could this year be defensive resilience which sees them finish in the top 5 in the table?